50%. The Comeback of the Year award is Wrestling Association of the Philippines President and URCC founder Alvin Aguilar.
We Filipinos love two things: combat sports and underground stories. And this year, there's a lot of Filipino martial artists who broke down the odds to give glory not just to their families, but also our country. But there's one martial artist who definitely deserves to be recognized. He epitomized the saying that even if you're knocked down 7 times, you rise 8 times. This is also a fighter who I've been following since he was young. So it's with great pleasure to me to introduce to you the first ever hitless comeback fighter of the year, Rolando Gabriel D. Congratulations, brother. Bakbaka na.
Congratulations to Rolando D for winning the Comeback of the Year. Ngayon, balik naman tayo sa ating tatlong panelists. Pag-usapan natin itong comeback ni Rolando D. Ngayon, even among the dominant world champions, serial finishers, and other stars on the roster of Brave Combat Federation, no one can quite match Rolando D's run in 2020. He was coming off 2 disappointing losses as a featherweight. He moved up in a new weight class. He won 2 big fights on short notice. He became a contender at lightweight. Santino, do you agree that Rolando D could have not authored it any better with that kind of comeback this year?
Yes, I agree. Si Rolando D showed na even through tough times, even through unusual times, it's possible to persevere and come out on top. Ang biggest thing I think for Rolando D, who was a guest earlier this season, was yung kumbaga yung maturity niya. Siya mismo nagsabi na he's become a more mature person, a more mature fighter, and he started being smart with his choices in terms of fights. And now look at him, he's a title contender in a very stacked lightweight division sa Brave. I don't think there's anyone else who can claim a bigger, better comeback. Especially nga na you also mentioned na self-trained or he's working on his own. May sarili siyang gym. He's putting in the work on his own. Very, very impressive stuff. Very inspiring stuff from Rolando D this year.
Now, Jason and Robert, ang katulad ni Rolando D fought as low as bantamweight, a mainstay of the featherweight division. Now, he's in a new weight class. To me, he's a bit small at 155 pounds. Why do you think he got a new lease of life as a lightweight? Let's start with Robert.
Para sa akin, it's all about his preparation heading to every fight. Kasi in this new weight class, para sa akin, he's more comfortable, less weight cut, of course. And despite the short notice fights lang siya, hindi siya kasi as a fighter, alam naman natin yan, yung heading to the training camp, yung weight cut, malaking factor yan. So if you're comfortable with your weight class, definitely it will give you a boost sa performance mo. And nakita naman natin yung sa last 2 fights niya, nakita natin kung gaano siya komportable sa lightweight division. And again, title contender na siya. And nakita rin natin yung heart niya coming up 2 first round knockout losses. And he lost his belt. So malaki yun. And yet, napinakita niya these last 2 fights na he's still there. The maturity, heart, and again, the comfortability in this new weight class.
Jason.
Right, I completely agree with what Robert said. I think the lessened weight cut probably helped him a lot because now, he can focus on the training. And as we all know, the restrictions here in the Philippines were quite strict, especially throughout most of the year. So he would have had to train with whoever he could train, or he was training himself, as you mentioned. So perhaps with all those stresses, the lessened load of a weight cut really helped him to just focus on his technique, to focus on his strategy, and to come up with those 2 wins. And what I find most impressive about these wins this year is that they took place in September and November. So talagang back-to-back. Yung mga wins niya ngayon. And to be able to do that in this kind of climate, it's very impressive. And I think this award is well-deserved.
Santino.
Alright. For tulad ng ginawa natin sa first category natin, let's look at how fans voted no for comeback of the year. Ang ating winner si Rolando D got again 70% of the total score, while Ernesto de Guzman Jr. came in second with 30%. Other nominees, Roel Rosauro and Honore Banario were unable to get any votes for comeback of the year.
Palong-palo, para nasa pakas sa mukha ha. Silipin at sulitin ang galaw at ang baraha. Ingat sa binabangga, baka masagasa. Marami nakaharaw, makitid ang daan. Tahimik lang tahimik at mainit ang